Here, S.A. 10-minute cinematic story version of The Man Who Spoke to the Angel of Death, written in your Zamma Islamic emotional narration style, flowing continuously, no headings, and designed to keep viewer attention for a full 10 minutes of video runtime. In a quiet desert village surrounded by rolling dunes and palm trees, there lived an old man known for his kindness, wisdom, and faith. His beard had turned white with age, but his eyes still carried a warmth that comforted everyone who saw him. Every day, before the first light of dawn touched the horizon, he would rise, perform wudu with the cool water of his clay pot, and stand in prayer while the stars still shone above him. He lived alone in a small mud house built by his own hands. Yet he was never lonely. He used to say, "If Allah is remembered in a home, that home is never empty." His days were spent helping others, repairing the neighbor's wall, teaching children how to recite the Qur'an, and giving food to the poor travelers who passed through the desert road nearby. Everyone in the village called him the Man of Peace. But in the stillness of night, when the village slept, the old man would often sit alone, looking up at the stars. He would think about the years that had passed, his youth, his family, the people he had buried with his own hands. The thought of death did not frighten him, but it filled him with awe. He would whisper to himself, "Every soul shall taste death, but will my heart be ready when the angel of death comes for me?" One night, as he prayed in sujood longer than usual, he made a sincere dua. "O Allah, I do not ask you to delay death, for I know every soul must return to you. But I ask you one thing. Let me meet the angel of death before my final moment, so that I may prepare myself and welcome him with peace, not fear." The night grew calm. The wind outside his house slowed, and a strange stillness filled the air. The stars seemed brighter than ever. The old man felt peace settle in his heart as he lay down to rest, not knowing that his dua was about to be answered. Hours passed. The moon crossed the sky. Suddenly, just before dawn, there came a soft knock on the door. The sound was gentle, like the wind tapping on wood. The old man opened his eyes. He was surprised. Who would visit at this hour? He wrapped his shawl around his shoulders and walked slowly to the door. When he opened it, he saw a traveler standing outside. The man's clothes were dusty, his face half covered by a scarf, but his eyes, they were unlike any eyes the old man had ever seen, calm, deep, and filled with something unearthly. "Peace be upon you," said the traveler. "And upon you peace and mercy of Allah," replied the old man. "You must be tired, my brother. Come inside." The traveler entered quietly. The old man brought him water and dates. "Eat," he said kindly. "In this house, no guest leaves hungry." The traveler smiled faintly. "You are generous," he said. "But tell me, do you always open your door to strangers in the middle of the night?" The old man nodded. "I have opened my door all my life because I never know which guest is sent by Allah." They sat together, and the traveler began to speak in a calm, deep voice. "Do you know," he said, "how short a lifetime truly is? People think they have years, but they forget how quickly those years disappear, like a candle that burns while they are busy with the world. And when it ends, only smoke remains." The old man listened closely. "You speak the truth," he said softly. "Sometimes I wonder if I have done enough for my soul." The traveler looked into his eyes. "How do you prepare for death?" he asked. The old man replied, "By remembering Allah in every breath and trying to do good while there is still time." The traveler smiled. "Then you have already prepared well." The old man felt comfort in those words, yet a quiet question stirred in his heart. Who was this man who spoke with such wisdom? The night stretched on. They spoke of mercy, repentance, and the journey of the soul after death. The traveler described the peace that comes to a believer whose heart is pure, how angels descend with light, calling, "Peace be upon you, enter into the mercy of your Lord." As the hours passed, the old man felt as if time itself had stopped. His heart grew lighter. He said, "I feel as if I've known you all my life." The traveler smiled gently. "In a way you have." Outside, the first color of dawn began to appear on the horizon. The sound of a rooster echoed through the village. The traveler stood up. "It is time for me to leave," he said. The old man rose with him. "Before you go," he said, "tell me your name, so I can remember you in my prayers." The traveler paused at the door. The rising sun lit his face, and the old man saw a faint glow behind him, as if the air itself shimmered. The traveler said quietly, "You prayed to meet me, and Allah accepted your prayer." The old man's heart trembled. "Then you are—" "Yes," said the traveler. "I am the one sent to every soul when its time has come. I am the angel of death." The old man did not step back. Instead, a peaceful smile spread across his face. His eyes filled with tears, not of fear, but of gratitude. He said, "All praise is due to Allah, who let me meet you as a guest, not as a stranger." The angel nodded. "Your Lord is pleased with you. Come to him in peace." The old man performed ablution one last time. He prayed 2 rak'ahs, sitting on his prayer mat. As he raised his hands for the final supplication, the adhan of Fajr began to echo through the desert. "Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!" When the call ended, the house was silent again. The traveler had vanished. The lamp still burned beside the prayer mat. The old man sat there peacefully, a faint smile on his lips. His soul returned to its creator. When the villagers came later that morning, they found him just like that, calm, serene, his prayer beads still resting in his hand. They wept softly, for they knew a righteous man had returned to his Lord. That day, the people of the village buried him under the shade of a palm tree near the mosque. The imam said he spent his life in peace, and he left this world in peace. Blessed is the one whose last guest was an angel. And the story of the old man spread across the land, a story told by travelers and scholars alike. They said he was the man who spoke to the angel of death and greeted him with a smile. His life became a reminder to all. Do not wait for the angel to surprise you. Prepare for him as a guest. Live each day remembering that every breath could be your last, and that the believer who remembers death lives his life the right way. The desert wind still carries his story, a story of peace, faith, and the beauty of dying ready. Would you like me to turn this into a voiceover script format? Scene-by-scene narration, plus sound and camera directions, so it perfectly fits a 10-minute cinematic video in your Zamma Islamic style?